Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, this is Megneous and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs. Now, this episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs is actually post-stream, so you guys may have noticed in our last episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs, I told you guys that you should come to a Twitch stream where I would be doing dinosaur stuff on this world. Now, mind you, that we did, and I'm going to show you all the stuff that we did in just a little bit. But I would like to say that if you haven't already, you still have a chance to join the stream stuffins. You can click on the link below in the video description to go to our streaming page on Twitch and hit that follow button, and maybe you'll get to name some more dinosaurs in the future, since we do in fact have a Minecraft Dinosaurs world for the stream only. And also this little guy right here, this little kitty. We're going to be naming this kitty today because a lot of people suggested names in the last video. This little kitty is going to be named Oreo. Oreo, aren't you adorable? Oh, you're looking at me. You're so cute. So this little guy's name is Oreo, and lots of people suggested that name. 3 of those people are Miriam, Anita, and Bradley. Again, don't know why you guys use your real names, but GG, thank you for that. We also named our T-Rex, which we are going to go visit him right now. Unfortunately, our T-Rex actually off camera ended up killing our Ankylosaurus. Tank somehow escaped. He escaped from his pen when we were doing the stream, and he actually ended up on this wall here that we built on stream. And I said, oh, that's okay, you can stay there, Tank, but if you fall, that T-Rex is going to eat you. And indeed, our T-Rex, who is named Galileo, by the way, we named, he's grown, actually, maybe he's grown fat on Ankylosaurus meat, but Tank fell down, Galileo killed him, and then I cloned him using some of the meat and the DNA that we got from this dude right here killing our poor Tank. So, Tank's clone is revived. Tank's doing okay. I've made the enclosure a little bit higher. I don't know if this is going to help or not, but again, freaking dinosaurs glitching through everything because GG, that's what they do. Alright, I think if I can just, this is so hard to find. I always miss this ladder. Jump down the ladder. Here we go. Ta-da! Let's see if we can get out of here. There we go. That should be good for now. So this guy right here, our T-Rex, we hatched him on stream live, and I believe there were about 65 people in the stream at the time when he hatched. And we ended up doing a straw poll. There were like 7 options for names. I remember Darwin. I remember Hectate. I remember Galileo, because Galileo won. I remember... What else do I remember? I remember Hectate, Galileo, Darwin. I can't remember any others. But yeah, so Galileo ended up winning. And we're going to talk a little bit about Galileo, Galilei. I don't know how to pronounce it really, because I'm not Italian. But we're going to be talking about Galileo while we do the extra work on this thing. We have a lot of stone, and we have some extra stone brewing in our little hideout, so we can do more of this. This also needs a little bit more work, but I think I'm going to like make this go back a little bit so we can actually get through here. I don't know. But yeah, so we're going to be working on this wall in this video while we talk about Galileo Galilei. Of course, we have to do this so that this guy can't get out. I don't know if he can jump over that yet, but I'm pretty sure it'll be okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop here. And I also think we're going to have to take these torches off, because these torches are probably going to cause some problems, since we need to take out this line of blocks. If you guys didn't notice already, we do this with a line of brick, and then we do the cobblestone fence on top of it, and then we do a gray brick slab over that. So in order to do this correctly though, we have to break out every single one of these and replace it with stone brick. So I'm going to be doing, I don't know if I want to do this with my diamond sword, diamond shovel. It seems like it's almost a little bit too fast. It's sort of dangerous maybe. But yeah, so Galilei. I don't know which one it's supposed to be, but either way, he's so incredibly famous. No one ever says his last name because he's so famous. There are no other Galileos. But he's famous for so many things, it's not even funny. Like, literally, we could make 5 episodes of not even Minecraft Dinosaurs. We could be making episodes of just talking about Galileo, and we would not cover all of the amazing things that he's done in his life in that time. But we're just gonna give it a very, very smooth, cursory glance at some of the awesome things that he is well known for, most of which I'm going to talk about are astronomy things, but he's well known for other things as well. But indeed, his astronomy stuff is freaking amazing, known as the father of modern astronomy by many accounts. So let's go ahead and talk about it just a little bit. So Galileo was an Italian dude. He was sort of like an old guy before he did a lot of stuff that he became well known for later. He's well known, first of all, for like the awesome stuff that he did with his telescopes. I'm pretty sure he made a new kind of telescope, which was much better than any other that the world had seen at that time. This allowed him to see freaking amazing things that no one had been able to see before. He discovered and confirmed the existence, for example, the phases of Venus. If you guys don't know, Venus actually goes through phases, much like our moon. He also discovered the 4 Galilean moons of Jupiter. They weren't called the Galilean moons then, because, you know, they didn't know what to call them that then. Because they weren't confirmed by Galileo at that time, but later they were called the Galilean moons, because, you know, you have to honor the dude who found them. These moons, I believe, are Callisto, Ganymede, Europa, and Io, which are, of course, the most well-known moons of Jupiter as well. You guys probably know all about Europa. It's really famous, been in the news a lot, due to the fact that NASA's trying to raise funds through Congress for a Europa-like submersible mission so that we can dig through the ice crust of Europa, and then check out and see if maybe there's anything living under that ice, because we're pretty sure that underneath the ice crust of Europa, there's a giant freaking ocean, basically, like an ocean world. You've probably seen the movie like Waterworld. Imagine something like that, but the top is frozen over with an icy crust. That's basically what Enceladus and Europa are, we think. We're pretty sure. Due to, like, all sorts of wonderful radio spectroscopy. Well, not spectroscopy. Yeah. Did I really run? Oh, man, I've already run out of brick. We need so much more brick. But due to, like, radio telescopes and stuff like that, we're getting some readings that seem to think that, well, there seems to be a magnetosphere around Europa, and that's, like, sort of weird. It means that whatever's inside Europa probably conducts electricity, and what else could be conducting electricity possibly than, oh, I don't know, salt water, which is probably what's in there. We need so much more stone. So much more stone. Let's see. Boop. And a boop. And a boop. Okay, there we go. That should probably be plenty, I hope. Oh wait, we should probably make a little bit more, since clearly 64 was not enough for this. There, 24. That should be good. I think, maybe. Okay, let's do that. So let's see, we covered the Galilean moons, we covered his telescopes and stuff. He was also well known for, I'm pretty sure he didn't discover heliocentric theory, but I'm pretty sure he basically said, yeah, this stuff is true, Copernicus is right. I'm pretty sure Copernicus was the main guy who did the whole heliocentric theory. For those of you who don't know, the heliocentric theory is the theory which in science means it's basically, you know, the best idea we have, and we're basically sure that this is true due to basically all of the evidence we have. It doesn't mean something that we're unsure about. That would be a hypothesis. This is why the theory of gravity and germ theory are called theories, even though, you know, for most people they would not be considered theories, but facts. So, with that out of the way, Copernicus came up with this theory that, you know, instead of the Earth being the center of the solar system and the sun and the moon and all the other planets going around Earth, Copernicus was like, dude, I'm pretty sure that the sun is the center of the universe, not the universe, oh gosh, center of the solar system, and I'm pretty sure that the Earth revolves around the sun. Now, those of you who are familiar with history probably know that this made a lot of religious people really, really mad, because at the time, some parts of the Bible were taken very, very literally, and it said that the Earth is unmoved, and it cannot be moved, and it is stable. And religious scholars basically took this to mean that the Earth does not move in the heavens and all of the other things move around it, which is, of course, not true. Our only natural satellite, we have a couple of, like, rocks, and we also have the moon, of course. So we have a couple of asteroids that are sort of like natural satellites, and we also have the almighty moon that you're all probably fairly aware of. Ugh, I can't get up. Where's my dirt? Give me my dirt. Okay, so clearly... Oh, no. Okay, clearly that doesn't work. And I'm very bad at climbing ladders. Nice. Alright, so we should be able to do this from here. Right. Right! Boop. Very nice. Okay. And now... Yes. Okay, moving on. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Galileo is also either the first or one of the first people to use his amazing telescope to view the rings of Saturn, I think. Probably. So yeah, needless to say, Galileo was instrumental in basically opening up everything that we know about modern astronomy. In case you guys weren't aware, we do indeed today acknowledge that the sun is the center of our solar system, and although the church did, like, terrible things to Galileo, I'm pretty sure at one point he was placed under house arrest. At one point he was blatantly told that you could talk about heliocentrism as a mathematical fiction, but not as a reality. So he went through all sorts of terrible, terrible things due to the church at the time denying, the fact that the sun was the center of the solar system. But all of that has changed now, so no worries. We do indeed acknowledge that today, although there are other controversies which are currently still ongoing between science and the church. Oh, hello, zombie. Where did you come from? Clearly I've missed some places with my torches. I would appreciate it if you didn't get anywhere near. Thank you very much, zombie. I'm gonna leave you there. In fact, I'm gonna go to sleep. So you're gonna have to deal with the sunlight. GG. Alright. Ooh, I hear an Enderman. I don't wanna deal with an Enderman, no thank you. Let's see. Pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. I don't think we need quite that much though, so maybe half? Yeah, that should be good. Alright, let's go. So yeah, needless to say, Galileo was freaking amazing. He did lots of awesome stuff. You should totally go read more about him if you haven't already. And you can hear about it also on the Cosmos series, which is coming out very soon, a rekindling of Carl Sagan's Cosmos, done now by Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's coming out soon. I have no doubt in my mind that Galileo is going to be talked about a whole lot in that series, because, I mean, how could you not talk about him? Boop, boop, boop. Oh, we're gonna have to break all of this dirt behind these and fill it with stone. We're gonna do that as well. No worries. No worries. Let's go ahead and start on that now, actually. Also, things to talk about today. Although we don't have any dinosaur news, we do have another extinct creature that someone would like us to talk about. Alright, can I jump on this? No, I cannot. Okay, that's unfortunate. I don't... maybe if we jump on top of it here? Can we reach it? Can we reach it from here? I don't think so. No, we cannot. Alright, so let's see, from here forward. Oh no! Ah! Our wall, you jerk! Oh man, where in the world did that creeper come from? Oh, well, at least he got rid of the dirt for us. Haha. But yes, we have another extinct creature that one of our subscribers would like us to talk about. This person is Juan Ayala, who would like us to talk about Gallimimus. Now, Gallimimus is pretty well known. If you guys didn't know already, Gallimimus is very, very well known, actually. If you watched any of the Jurassic Park movies, specifically Jurassic Park 1 would be the one where you would have seen Gallimimus. Gallimimus is the one where, if you remember the wow, that's a lot of blood scene where the little kid, like, is watching the T-Rex eat away at a dinosaur that it just captured as, like, they were running away from a giant herd or perhaps flock of dinosaurs. Those were Gallimimus. Now, Gallimimus was quite an odd thing, actually. Imagine a dinosaur ostrich. That's basically what this creature looked like. Oh man, this is so much dirt that I have to get rid of. This is such a pain. Oh well. But yeah, so Gallimimus is literally in Latin called the chicken mimic. Because it's so bird-like, you almost feel uncomfortable calling it a dinosaur. Because, I mean, clearly this thing was, like, so bird-like. It wasn't technically, like, avian, but it had so many characteristics of birds that it's just ridiculous. So, taking that in mind... There we go. Finally done. So it was called the bird mimic in Latin. Now this thing existed during the late Cretaceous, which means it was probably somewhere between like 65 and 75 million years ago when this thing lived. And it lived in Mongolia. For those of you who don't know, Mongolia is in East Asia. Sort of like the Manchuria, Gobi Desert sort of things. Mongolian beef, you know, stuff like that. Mongolia. So... lived in Mongolia, late Cretaceous, and it was quite large, actually. This is one of the reasons why I'm glad that we're doing this Extinct Creatures Talkie Stuffins, because I actually was not aware of just how freaking big Gallimimus was. I was under the impression that Gallimimus was moderately smaller, you know? It didn't look that big in Jurassic Park when I saw it, and honestly, I've never seen a Gallimimus skeleton in a museum, so I thought it was relatively small. Not small, you know, I knew it was taller than a human being, but I didn't really know how big it was until now when I looked it up. This thing was up to 8 meters long, which is like 26 feet? Yeah, it's 8 meters, 26 feet. This thing was freaking huge. I was amazed. It was indeed a theropod dinosaur, generally the kind of dinosaurs that were carnivores. I think we need to fill this part from here with dirt. I think so. Yeah, so let's do that. Is this okay? Yeah, this is okay. So generally the kind of dinosaurs that were carnivores. However, the way of feeding for... How did we... Oh, okay, yeah, I can do this. The way of feeding that Gallimimus used has been hotly debated over the years, and generally, the older forms that came before Gallimimus had very well-developed teeth, but Gallimimus does not have teeth. Gallimimus has a keratin beak, very much like modern birds. Again, this thing is very, very bird-like. And after closer inspection, one team found that it has little grooves in its beak. Now, these grooves are quite similar to the grooves found in duck beaks. And ducks, I don't know if you guys know, but ducks, the way ducks eat, they don't eat things like fish, like some people seem to think they do. They feed on water organisms and plant material by sifting through the water. They filter feed the water. That's how ducks eat their food. Now, if Gallimimus did this, it would be pretty cool, and it would also make a lot of sense. What is this? Did I do this? I have no idea what this is. But I'm going to fill this up because I'm confused. And I don't want to fall in this hole. Neither do I want Oreo to fall in this hole. There we go. Hopefully that hole doesn't cause us any more trouble. But yeah, so Gallimimus didn't have teeth. Now, if it's true that Gallimimus filter-feeded through the water, that would make a lot of sense, since it seems that most of the skeletal remains of Gallimimus were found in places that, historically, like, when I say historically, I mean like 65 to 75 million years ago, most of the skeletal remains and fossils have been found in places that were not arid. I mean, there's some that were found in places that used to be deserts, but for the most part, they've been found in places that were marshy, or places that were covered in, you know, water, shorelines, things like that. So, personally, I mean, it's still not decided 100% because we haven't found, like, anything like fossilized Gallimimus poo to see if there are, like, any bones in it or anything like that. But I think it seems fairly likely that the ancestors of Gallimimus, before they evolved into Gallimimus, probably fed on small animals and stuff because they had very well-developed teeth. But a branch of the family branched off and became Gallimimus and other kinds of Gallimimus-like dinosaurs. And it seems that they lived in somewhat aquatic environments. Not 100% aquatic, of course, since they were theropods and they didn't swim. They ran around with their three-toed feet. But I think it seems fairly obvious that they, if they have grooves in their beaks like ducks and they were mostly found in climates and areas with lots of water, then they were probably filter feeders. Seems like a pretty decent theory to me. And that is a theory, since that's currently the best idea that's out there and it explains all of the evidence that we found. I should put some more torches down here before it becomes nighttime and freaking creepers spawn in here. Ooh, I can't really reach. Here we go. Can I do this? Yeah, okay. So let's put down some torches before creepers start spawning in here and terrible things happen. But yeah, that's Gallimimus, strange little chicken mimic that it is. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget if you want to hear about other extinct creatures, and we've had lots of other suggestions in case you guys fail to come up with more, but I always love to hear more suggestions, and I would like to do more recent ones as well. Just let me know if I skipped over one from the past that you would like to hear about. Tell me again in the comments, since I can't go back and check all the comments all the time. But let me know below in the comments if you would like to hear about other extinct creatures when we don't have dinosaur news. Hello, Enderman, why are you stealing all my blocks? Get out of here. That would be sweet. And don't forget to read up on Galileo. There we go. This is our little T-Rex Galileo. He's already growing, apparently. I certainly hope that he stays in this enclosure. I hope so, at least. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know below in the comments what you think of our enclosure, of our design of Galileo. Let me know any other interesting tidbits you may find about the real-life Galileo. Ooh, that's sort of dangerous. Real-life Galileo, as well as Gallimimus and other extinct species. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Megneous, and I will see you next time.